Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be telling you how you can get way better aim on keyboard and mouse in just under 1 week of switching from controller to keyboard and mouse. This is going to cover a bunch of different things that I used to improve my aim very quickly in the beginning, and I can guarantee that they will help you out as well. If you found this video useful, please chuck a like on it and subscribe. I am so close to 2,000 subscribers, and if you could help me hit that by the end of the year, I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to support me in the Fortnite item shop, please use my supporter credit code XFierces to support me. And let's get right into the video, guys. Alright guys, so the first tip that I have is lower your sensitivity. Now typically when you are talking about your aim not being the greatest, what you should be doing is focusing on lowering your sensitivity and trying to adjust it to something that feels comfortable for you. The reason I say lower your sensitivity instead of higher it, because more than likely your sensitivity is too high if you're saying that you can't hit your shots. The lower the sensitivity, the more control you get with your builds and your aiming, which drastically increases the chance that you are going to have better aim in fights, especially close range fights, because if you have a sensitivity that's like 20% Y and like 80% X, you know, and you're trying to shoot a guy with a shotgun in a box, it just won't work out too well because your sensitivity is too high. What I recommend for you is lowering your sensitivity, and I'm going to quickly hop in game and actually show you guys exactly what sensitivity I would consider too high for beginner players and what I would consider too low for beginner players. And I will also show you the middle ground sensitivity for a lot of beginner players that I especially found useful in the beginning. Alright everyone, so I'm currently in my settings menu right now, so pretty much what I would recommend for a beginner sensitivity, these sensitivities are all based on an 800 DPI. So basically what I did in the beginning was I just copied Bugga's sensitivity, and the reason I copied that was just because I didn't know any better, right? It turned out to be a great sensitivity. However, I have lowered it a little bit since, like, obviously I was trying to change my sensitivity, trying to figure out what was good for me. So right now, this sensitivity is like a medium sensitivity-ish, 8.7x and 8.2y. My targeting sensitivity is 31.5. My scope sensitivity is 39.2. And this is off, 100% and off, but those don't really matter. It's just these 4 settings here that matter the most. I would consider that to be like a medium sensitivity. Like, it's not too fast, it's not too slow. Try out this sensitivity, see what works for you. I've actually been using the same sensitivity since I started on keyboard and mouse. When I was on PS4, it was a little bit different. What I actually did is I would have my sensitivity doubled. I had it on 16. Roughly, I'm not sure why. I think the DPI was lower or something, but 800 DPI is what I use now. So yeah, pretty much just try this sensitivity. If this sensitivity is too fast for you, what I could recommend for you to do is just lower a little bit, try again, lower a little bit, try again, try in every category and just find what makes a perfect sensitivity for you, because in all honesty guys, there's no actual sensitivity that's perfect for one person or another. It's all going to be different. It's very subjective based on what you find is most comfortable, what you find is not too fast, not too slow. That's really it. Like, I can't honestly give you a sensitivity that I know will help you out, because it's completely just subjective based on what you feel is comfortable. Experiment with your sensitivity, raise it if it's too low, lower it if it's too high, all of that kind of stuff. And then you'll find the perfect sensitivity eventually, I promise you. Just keep testing, keep experimenting is the best thing I can suggest to you. Alright guys, so this next section I want to talk about is aim training. As you guys can see from the gameplay in the background, I am currently doing Tile Frenzy and a bunch of different things in this aim training map on the screen right now. So you can see the code for the map. It's a whole bunch of different aim training parts. Like, you have Tile Frenzy, you have tracking, you have popcorn. You have so many different aim training modes in this one creative island. It is such an amazing place to practice your aim. It has everything you could ever want when it comes to aim training. Again, code is on screen and in the description if you don't feel like typing it out, obviously, because I got you ease of access. In the description you'll also find some other amazing aim training maps that you can just use to refine more aim training skills that you need to work on, like specifics like Tile Frenzy, flick shots, and up close shotgun shots and all that kind of stuff. Another thing I can recommend guys is aim duels. Now I will leave a code in the description for an aim duels map. That is an amazing map to practice your up close shotgun shots, because I see from some of your comments you actually struggle with up close aiming, and that is something that I really struggle with in the beginning, because you find that you choke a lot in fights. Now, what I suggest for you is to just find random people in like Discord servers. I don't really have many Discord server suggestions for you, but what I could suggest is a couple Discords down below. You can join them. They have a looking for group section, and you can just type in there and you can say, oh, I want to aim duel someone. Trying to aim duel someone that you don't particularly know their playstyle, you don't know how they're going to move and stuff like that, because it's going to be different to you. It's going to be something you're not used to, which is going to be very realistic when it comes to practicing realistic fights. And on the topic of realistic fights, what I also suggest for you guys is practicing realistic 1v1s. Now, you can do these with your friends, you can do these with anyone you want. You guys probably know what a realistic 1v1 is. It puts you in a realistic scenario and you build fight and you edit and you practice everything, all your mechanics, and especially your aim, because it's just like first to 10, and whoever wins most of those 10 matches obviously wins the entire thing. And it really just refines your aiming, especially if you're not trying to do any aim courses or anything. It's very fun and you can just kill so much time having a good time, and you won't even realize that your aim is improving because you're having a good time just playing with friends, all that kind of stuff. So realistic 1v1s are also an amazing way for you to help improve your aim. I'll leave a code down below for you guys if you want to copy and paste it. Again, I will leave all codes that I mentioned and some extra codes in the description if you want to try out these maps for yourself. Alright, so now we're going to get into something that might actually cost you some money, because the first part of the video was just talking about a bunch of different things that you could do naturally and just improve your aim quickly if you're just trying to really refine those details of your aim, like specifics like flicking and up close aiming and stuff like that. But this section of the video actually discusses what you could do and what could be the reason for your poor aim. Now, one reason for your aim not being the best is your mouse could actually have a faulty or bad sensor on it. Now, there are a bunch of mice out there that actually have very poor quality sensors that do not actually work well, and they actually freak out when you jerk the mouse back and forth, because what happens is that the sensor it's obviously not a very good sensor, right? So what happens is when you go to make a quick turn, it's just gonna spaz your character in game, and what that's gonna do is gonna make you lose fights because it's making your character go everywhere, right? And I'll leave some mice on the screen that are actually really, really bad. And if you have any of these mice, I highly recommend you check out my video of the top 10 mice that you need for Fortnite in 2020. That goes over mice from the cheapest budget to the most expensive budget, around $200. If you have a budget range of like $30 to $200, that video has anything you could ever want when it comes to buying a new mouse, and they're all very, very solid options. If you want to see that video, card on the screen right now in the top right hand corner, or a link will be down below for you guys as well. But just buy one of those mice. If you have any of the mice on the screen or in the description, I'll link some mice that are not good, and if you have any of those, again, I highly recommend that you buy a new one. Unfortunately, I know that not everyone has the money to buy a new mouse, and I get that. But if it's gonna really affect your aim and it's something that upsets you and you can actually afford to buy a new mouse, I highly recommend it. Again, it could just be your mouse that is causing the problems with your aim. In the last section of this video, guys, I want to talk about mouse pads. Now, there's a good chance that the mouse pad you're using is not actually a very big mouse pad. And what that could mean, like, you could have a great mouse, but you could have a really tiny mouse pad, and what that does is it limits your ability to do a full 360 and continually do full 360s and move your mouse as fast as you want, wherever you want, if you're being constricted by your mouse pad size. In the description down below and on screen, I'm actually flashing up some Amazon web pages of some mouse pads that I would recommend for you guys, because they're XXL mouse pads for $20 and under, and they're all amazing. They extend all across your desk. They make sure that no matter how much you move your mouse, you'll always remain on the mouse pad, or you just can't finish the turn, so you get shotgunned in the back, or any problems that could come with your mouse pad being too small. The general rule of thumb when it comes to Fortnite and mouse pads is if you can do a full 360 with your mouse from dragging it from one end to the other, then your mouse pad is generally big enough to be able to do pretty much anything in Fortnite. The mouse pad I'm currently using is the HyperX extended cloth mouse pad. It is an insane mouse pad. It is super good. It extends all across your desk. If you want to buy my mouse pad in particular, I'll leave a link down below for it. It is super good. and it's $30, so it's not too bad as well. So, you know, for amazing quality and $30, it's really something you can't beat. And it's something I've been using since December, and man, is it ever good. But just be able to go a little bit more than a 360 is like my general rule of thumb, because if you can only do a 360, it kind of tells me that your mouse pad is too small or your sensitivity is too low. Like, obviously, you know, it's just all up to you, whatever you want sensitivity to be. But yeah, just a little bit more than the 360 will benefit you so much more. That little bit more mousepad room will go so far, especially when it comes to improving your aim on keyboard and mouse. Anyway guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please chuck a like on it and subscribe. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers again. I know I said it at the beginning of the video, but if you really want to help me hit that, I would greatly appreciate it. Please click that big red subscribe button. And if you want any more videos regarding aiming or anything like that, because I'm going to be making these how to improve on keyboard and mouse videos or related videos from now on, because I'm just going to sprinkle them in with my normal uploads. These are really fun, and according to my community post, a lot of you guys still need a lot of help when it comes to this stuff, so please let me know what you need help with down below. And if I use your video idea, I will shout you out at the beginning of the video. And I'll catch you guys in a couple days for another one of these how to improve videos. And thank you guys so much for recent support of my videos. It really means the world to me. Have an amazing day, guys, and I'm out. Peace.